All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another stream. I think it's our fifth day on this game. Camera isn't spinning well. What do you mean by this? Can I see this French guy? All right. What? Oh, what's going on with the YouTube player? I got a new YouTube interface, as you can see below. Bit better than just cropping the actual window. Let's see. Where can I launch? I think we could just go for this. Surely this is going to be detected. There we go. All right. Let's move. I hope there's not too much delay, is there? Seems like it actually. Okay. Well, let's just hope it ends up working. Hello, everyone. So welcome back. You should have placeable banners that you can also customize. Right off the bat with a fucking good suggestion. I had a thought of maybe doing like signs that you can write stuff on. Um, but yeah, banners also kind of works, doesn't it? Maybe it's like maybe banners that when you like hover over them, it shows text that appears or something that you can read, you can write to. I mean, could be fun. What the fuck? All right. Well, so let's get to it. Let me remind everybody of what we did last night for those of you that weren't there. So last night we did building. Last afternoon, I should say, because we did start pretty early. We did building, so basically just the build hammer being able to place everything. We did a build visualizer, which also looks pretty cool. Let me show you. Yeah, this sound. Where's the... Yeah, okay, over there. All right. And as you can see, you can just like visualize what's going... Oh, is it laggy? Let me see. Oh, stream seems to be stable. Is it really that laggy? Oh, is it on 180p? Wait, I should be able to just change that, shouldn't I? Can I change it midstream, do you think? Uh-oh. It's going to work. Oh, can I just not change this? Right, makes sense. Sorry, I'm trying to... Yeah, okay. I guess I would have to restart the stream. Would you guys rather have that? Would you guys rather have me like restart the stream so that we can have a lower quality on the stream? Or is it like I'm very surprised that you guys can't actually change anything on your end for the Twitch. Like, am I supposed to set something up that so that we can like watch in multiple resolutions? That was a quick stream. Yeah, yeah. Since it's just started, it's kind of fine. Let me just actually look into that so it's not like a restart for nothing. Kind of, is there like a way to send multiple? to get different resolution options for viewers on Twitch. Oh my god, is it a Twitch partner thing? I think I might have to force it to be 780p, 720p. Right, seems to be a Twitch partner thing, so I think we're just going to have to relaunch in 720p only. All right, let's just do that. It's early in the stream, why not? Seems good to me. What's that song? Okay, whatever. All right. Well, this was a quick stream. Okay, hold on. Let's. All right. Can you guys hear me? Is everything going well? No? Anybody? Can you guys hear my audio? Is the stream quality good, etc. etc. All right. Let's switch back to it then. So, welcome back. After the very short stream that preceded this. So hopefully the quality should be a bit better now. Also change my my encoding for videos, so let's hope that it's slightly better. Oh my fucking god! Wait, hold on. All right. So where were we? Yeah, so the building system, here's what I have. I don't know if I hope now that the build quality goes through. So oh, slight ping though. Yeah, okay. Jesus, okay. All right, so nice. Well, that's what we have for now. I don't know why the CPU is so high. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay, brother. Wait, what's causing all of this lag actually? Oh, must be because like it's spawned plenty of entities, so it's actually like iterating through all of them for like the dropped items. That might be something that we need to patch with like a different system. Let's look into it a bit later. So here's the building system. As you can see, you've got like some sort of indicator here with the icon on it and the price. Right now, it doesn't cost anything. So the objectives for today, I think I wrote them out on the side. The objectives for today are to add a bunch of stuff to make buildings work. Actually, I didn't even add it. Okay, add costs for building. Maybe we can add upgrading as well. Upgrading a build, but that might be a bit ambitious for tonight because we're in the middle of the week, so I won't have as much time as on the weekends. Yeah, let's see. So here's what we have that I think we should do. I do think we should add fueled workstations. What the fuck is that? What does it say ad break? Is it like an ad break for the... What? Okay, yeah, no, I'm not putting on Undertale OST anymore. It's too random. For now, let's just put on some Queen. That's fine, right? I don't think I'm gonna offend anyone with that. There you go. All right. Do you plan on making the building and upgrading system just like Northern Reaches something unique? So I already make the building system kind of something unique. I don't know if you noticed here. Oh shit. Whoops. Yeah, that's what happens when you go too fast when when the build is still generating. Okay, so the building system right now. So I don't know if you remember the building system in Northern Reaches. The way it worked is that you would like have a menu here. You would like select um, the building that you wanted to do. So foundation, door, roof, or wall. Here, the point is that it automatically detects what you want to place based on the location. So if it's on the snow, it detects that you want to place foundation. If it's on a foundation, it detects you want to place a wall, etc., etc., etc. So you can just like do things like this without having to select anything. In my opinion, this is slightly superior. So there are a couple things that we need to work through right now. Anything that you place next to a wall is going to be a roof. I don't know if that's ideal. I'd rather have it so like if you have a foundation under it, then it doesn't try to place a roof but a wall. Other than that, not too sure. Should be a couple quick fixes. But yeah, so I think the next thing that we want to do maybe is we want to so either okay, you know what? I'll let you guys decide. Either we work on oh, because actually I did also add placing workstations on closed spaces like this. So they don't actually detect clicking yet, but we're going to do that in a second. Should be fine. Shouldn't be too long to do, so I think I'm going to do that regardless. And while I do that, I'm gonna let you guys choose. Either we do fueled workstations, so like the campfire and the furnace having a fuel system, as in that you can refill them. They have to stay lit up, etc. So either we do that, or we work some more on buildings and do building upgrading and building breaking, etc. So I'm gonna post like the options for it in chat. I'm pretty sure I could set up polls now. Let's see. Wait, actually, wait. Maybe. Let's see. What the fuck? I can run ad breaks now. Oh yeah, because I unlocked affiliate last night, so I haven't set up monetization just yet. But maybe in the future we can do that. If that's something that you guys would appreciate. But I can actually just like ad break. Fucking hell. Okay. I'm pretty sure I should be able to set up polls. No? Anyway, that's alright. So 1 for build, breaking, upgrading, and 2, please spam ad breaks right now. 2 for fueled workstations, campfire, furnace. All right, I'll let you guys vote on that. In the meantime, I'm going to add clicking on workstations on when they're placed. So here's the code for placing a workstation inside. Sorry, inside inside of on a foundation. Sorry. So once we've done that, sets up pretty much the exact same thing as this one on the snow one, except it doesn't spawn the entities, of course. Yeah, not much else to say, I think. Let's see. Yeah, how do I want to do that? I think it's going to be pretty easy enough, actually. Let's make it so menus is the one where I do these, I think. Yeah. Yeah, because I put the block here. Okay, right. So maybe I can do const dot. I'm going to check the votes in a second. I'm sure I said I would do making workstations work inside foundations first. So const dot workstation palette is probably what I want to do here. Basically, the point of const dot workstation palette is that on right click, so probably on interact here. There we go. We're going to make it so if the palette contains the material, this means that the material we clicked on is amongst the workstations. So we can gather which workstation it is using the pointer system that we cooked up. So yeah, I do have the location defined, so I could just do %var.pointer and get a workstation here. So this is a game workstation instance. So I believe that once we're done with this, let's look at the code for opening a workstation. That's an interesting question, Blocks. I'll answer it in a second. But yeah, I got a good answer for that. Don't worry about it. No, it's not this one. It's click entity dot game workstation. There we go. We grab the menu from the workstation here. So we get game workstation dot %var workstation dot, I believe it is workstation. A bit redundant, but should work. I think it's instance from what I read here. Let's check here. Oh, actually, it should probably be in entities.init. Yes. It's not instance. It's just workstation. Okay, so this is correct. Once we have the workstation, we can do %var and then workstation dot this 4 times workstation. You love to see it. Dot menu. Did I just call it menu? I think I did. Crafting menu, I called it. All right, that makes sense. Crafting menu is pretty good, I think. So we want to go back on interact. What are these file names from? Alright, when you look at it like from a construction perspective, this makes sense because %var workstation here is our game workstation instance. So we get game workstation dot the game workstation instance dot what workstation it points to, so crafting table, campfire, and once we have that, then we grab the crafting menu associated with that workstation, and we could just like gather it from here. So yeah, we could just do that. And if I look back on click entity.gameworkstation, it's crafting menu.open. Crafting menu.open. That's the one. So let's give it a shot. We want the building hammer and the crafting table. All right, there we go. We place the crafting table. Doesn't detect it. I don't know why. Oh, you know why? Because we simply just forgot to do this. We forgot to do the const workstation palette. I should probably, yeah. So inside this, we grab the block. So 2 code blocks here. We just grab the material from the block, and then we append it to the workstation palette. Simple as that. Once we've done that, we should be able to do this. Let's just wait for the trees because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay. Oh, come on! Let's check if the palette's correct. What's wrong with palette? First feature code today, and it's already wrong. That's how you know it's going to be a good day. Workstation palace, campfire, and crafting table. This is a crafting table. Oh, well, you can't actually see with my cat, but it is a crafting table, I guarantee you. So, what's going on here? Is it because Interact's not properly... What could be going on? Hold on. So let's go back to right click, right? We check this. So it runs through all of this, checks if you're in game, does player.interact. It passes the event block location inside it. Could it be that %var look dot pointer doesn't work as intended? Let's print it to see what's going on. Then let's give a shot at seeing if we define the pointer correctly. We should, right? Because we do %var candidate lock here dot pointer. Candidate lock is supposed to be correct. Candidate lock is what we use here. Let's see. Could candidate lock be rotated somehow? Let's give it a shot. We can maybe analyze with plot vars later on. Ah, there we go. Place the foundation. Place the table. Doesn't even detect that it's... Oh, okay. Interact is only on left click. I guess that makes sense. What the fuck is it only on left click? We just set it up on right click. What the hell? Okay, now that's weird. Interacts here. So I guess we don't have right click detection. Yeah. What the hell? Okay, so the problem doesn't come from interact here. Oh, there you go. That's going to spam TP me, isn't it? Actually, should be pretty fine. All right. So this is completely correct. So we don't really need to do anything with that. So I guess the bug here. Let's write it down so we don't forget about it. Bug. Let's do it like this. Bug. Right click detection fails for blocks. I think that's surely because of the block range thing that we set up. Yeah, so let's just put this until later. It's fine. Yeah, so this is correct. This is done then. Sorry, glow. I can switch to adventure when look at that function. It's a bit janky. I'd rather not do that, I think. Like block range has a lot of advantages. Mostly, you know, you don't have to cancel anything. You can just put barrels as is, and nobody's going to actually open them. So you know that's pretty cool. All right, let me look at the voting results. Okay, so 2-1, 2-1-1. So one wins and one is build breaking. All right, so let's go ahead and do build breaking. So we did set up health last night, or a simple health bar. I think we could maybe get away with defining. Let's define health properly before we do any breaking stuff. And it's also changed the music. What do you guys want to put on? Just not Anthony's question. Ah, yes. Sorry, I forgot about your question. Let me read it up. Why don't you make the class ID the location for these cases where it's only one block? So the main reason for this is that I do want to respect like consistency's sake, in the sense that I want to be able to you know define all of these correct, like all of these the same, and for every single case, for example, for buildings, sure, foundations and roofs are only one block, but walls are 4 blocks, and it would be more tiresome to do like different format between those two than to keep them being the same. Now, same applies for workstations, because I did receive suggestions of workstations that are larger than 1 block, so could still be a thing without too much trouble. Anyway, the point is to respect the established format. I agree with you that sometimes you could save a little variable space by doing this kind of stuff. For now, I think it's fine. Okay. Let's change the... What's this? Oh yeah, it's the emo playlist. I kind of like this one. Okay, let's put that on. All right. Building breaking then. So let's do health definition first. So as I said previously, on tick.tool, you can notice here that when we initialize the building, it has 100 health here. Not ideal. We want the building health to vary. I think at least depending on type, but also just depending on like building, because a wall, like a wood wall, doesn't have the same health as a wood roof, I think. Wait, did we make rock breaking already? We did. Let me show you. Here's what we have. Oh, actually, we made boulder breaking, like plain boulder breaking, but we didn't do like chiseling and breaking. Actually, we did do breaking every single rock, but we didn't do chiseling yet. But look. The weird TNR thing, as in chiseling, do you think that's weird? I think that's pretty okay. I think it's alright. It does have a slight gameplay issue, though. The gameplay issue being that when you chisel something and you're only here for the ore, you tend to leave the rock behind, and leaving the rock behind prevents other rocks from generating, and then people complain that there's like no iron and no metal. So, that's also kind of the thing. Maybe we do want to skip chisels and actually just do like rock breaking. What do you guys think about that? I think you're going to be the only one chatting for tonight, Blocks. I I like rock breaking more, to be honest, but what I would do is remove the stone from the iron completely and make coal drop stone also. I see. But depending on the block, what breaks more or less. Ah, like critical hits, like Fortnite-ish. Yeah, I see what you mean. We could do that. Why not, to be honest? Should be relatively simple to go for, I think. We shall see. Oh, shit. Okay, so we'll focus on that later. Let's put it on the... Let's do like a potential ideas board. All right. Potential ideas. Oh, let's put that on Birch, actually. Whoops. Potential ideas. So we had fishing. What else we have? Whatever. Critical rock breaking when hitting on ores, on ore blocks, on ore pallet. All these building blocks are so freaking random. You mean these? I think at some point I'm just going to like move out all the structures because this is getting so out of hand. Like I'm going to move them all on the ground and then like extend the border to cover it. Mostly like for stuff like this. Like come on, man. All right. It's time to do build breaking now. So we wanted to yeah, in building.init, we wanted to set up health here. So we've got recipe and shit. Let's add a health parameter. So it's simple as doing health number here. And I guess let's also on the class init add a health entry. Yeah, we can just add it up here and then just add the variable here. And now the variable's taken into account. So let's just do 100 for all as a base. I think 100 for the spruce wall is fine. Let's do 50 for the foundations. Shouldn't take too much to break the foundations. Keep in mind though that you cannot break the foundation with something on it. Actually, you know what? That's one thing that's from TNR. Should we keep it or not? Because breaking something at the foundation does make sense conceptually, but also I don't really want like players to have to go around clicking pixel perfect foundations in the snow to you know, protect their bases. So it's like one or the other. If you make foundations able to break what's above, you have to reinforce foundations as well, cost more, etc. But if you don't, then you end up with bases where like it's all covered in iron, but the foundation is still on still on wood, which looks a bit goofy. Oh, we'll think about it later. I think the roof we do 75, and that's cool. That's good to go. Okay, so let's do. Late, please forgive me, Father. You are excused. All right. So let's do click.tool because that's what we use for placing. And for the health here, so this is the health. I think we can just get away with do we? Right, yeah, it's the build type and shit. Yeah, okay. Let's set a tier here. Set it to 0. So we can actually construct something here. We can do building dot percent var build type dot underscore percent var tier dot health. And that's not a string, that's a variable. So we should be good to go with that. That's health setting. Then probably we can just do on player.interact. Surely that'll work. I should probably give health to workstations as well, but that's something else. Yeah, let's add something here. We can just do, I think we already did a build palette. Const.build palette. With Matt. And here's what we're going to do. We're just going to do, if you're holding, let's get the tool in your hand. Wait, how do we do it for like terrain rock hit? We get the tool. It's the event item, surely. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm trying to think a little bit. Let's do terrain.building.hit. Seems like that would make sense. What arguments do we take in here? We take in the location, of course. And let's actually, like pass the location if we do that. So player.interact. We want to pass the location. Yeah. So we get the tool variable, which is just going to be the event variable's ID tag as defined in the IDs from the earlier streams. If necessary, I can show you guys again, but I'm pretty sure you guys are acquainted with it. Okay, so if we do item.%var tool.tool type, and we need to equate this with axe or pickaxe, I think that should work, right? Because we only want axes and pickaxes to be able to break anything. I think that works, yeah. Now, the damage calculation is going to be the uneasy part, I think. Let's do terrain.building.interact here, because we probably want to set up upgrading later on here. And hit here. Sorry. But hit. And then upgrade here. I'll just put these two functions here. So let's get the lock in both cases. And we only want to upgrade if it has the build tool type. So that's a good setup for later, I think. Surely that'll work. You know what? Let's actually pass the tool as well, because we'll need this. Hello, Luham. How are you doing? So for hits, I think it's the damage calculation that's going to be the most important here. So let's set like a base damage or 10 of 10 or something. Okay, wait, no, I think I know what we're going to do, right? Let's distinguish it depending on if it's an axe or a pickaxe, because we don't actually do like tool type powers the same. Tool power corresponding to the axe corresponds to what types of trees you can chop down. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3. Right. 0, 1, 2, 3. And then for pickaxe, it's I believe it's also like 0 for just boulder breaking. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we just do like from 1 you can break every ore, right? Something like that. I think 1 is... No, chisel is a different tool, so yeah. I think from 1 you could just break every ore. It's just augments your damage. So let's actually do that, right? Let's do... What's that? Oh, wait. Whoops. Hey, Tang. Yeah, upgrade is... We don't need to do upgrade right now. I don't know why I was placing an upgrade. So let's do this. Let's do axe and pickaxe. And let's get a damage formula going. So for axe, I think we could just do damage is equal to percent var, percent... Let's get tool power as a variable beforehand, so we don't have to like retype the entire thing inside inside of the thing. We do percent math, percent var, power times probably 5 plus 10. So it does like 10 base damage for a shot rock. Then for an axe, it does 15. We probably need to do a bit more then. Probably 15 times... Yeah, that's good. So it does 25 damage if it's an axe. Oh, actually, that's a bit too much. That should work. For now. We can adjust it to balance later on. What I do want to code is I want to make it so if the building is of the wood type, then this damage is doubled. Makes sense, right? Because you want it to be more efficient than a hammer. Do you guys agree with this, or should I not bother? I'm gonna do the sledgehammer formula for now. Which, not gonna lie, I think it's going to be pretty similar, no? Probably, since pickaxes are going to be harder to get, maybe we do like times 20 here. Probably 25 or something. We can adjust it. Right, so that's the damage. Let's then get the data here. I'm pretty sure we can just be grabbing this from, yeah, like percent var lock dot pointer, like pretty much everything else. Let's call it game building. Once we've done that, surely we should have access to a lot of stuff. What's defined here? Let's look at it from mod perspective, so we can like get ready to play stuff for it. Lock type tier owner health. Right. I think we just use type and tier here. You know what? I think I'm going to do the double damage on wood. It's a fun feature to have. Game called game building, right? No, game build. Game. So let's change that as well. Game build. All right. Game build dot percent bar game build dot type. We check if this is wood, and we double the damage. Or is that really reasonable? Because wood is just inherently going to be weaker. Sure, let's do it. We can, like, probably 1.5 is reasonable. And we can, like, round the damage here. We don't even need to round it, do we? And for this, let's just leave it blank for now. Locked in Fox's private chat. For real. Um... let's think for this. Let's think about this, for example. Yeah, okay. So we just do the classic of lowering the health here by damage. Don't really need to explain this, I think. Once we've done this, I think we're just going to go to terrain dot rock dot sorry dot tree dot hit. We're going to just grab this like progress thing, I think. I think that should be enough, right? We might need to save the vectors. Saving the vectors might be important here. Yeah, because we need to like check in the vectors if we need the vectors to like iterate iterate damage over, and once we've done that, we also needed to like remove the build. So yeah, let's actually get the vector here. Yeah, over there we need vex. So in building build init, we already iterate through it. That's good. So let's just grab the effect here. That from lock 1. Hello! How are you doing, TMF? No problem, no problem. Alright. Alright. So yeah. So no, what the fuck? Why did I put it here? Whoops. Should be over there. Vex. Let's check out builds dot vex is correct. So, now that we've done this, we can just go and hit and yeah, so let's actually like not overdo it. Let's go back on terrain tree hit and let's copy this thing. Should be good enough, I think. We could just like grab max health, etc. And yeah, this function. Actually, probably like all of this, I'm not gonna lie. Right? Like we could just copy from this and like see what we keep and what we don't. Yeah. Let's actually do this. Surely we're going to remove like so much, but yeah, it is what it is. Okay, so max health here is not that at all. Max health is going to be game build dot percent var game build dot type. Okay, this one's going to be a bit lengthy. So build dot percent var type underscore percent var tier dot health. That's the max health. So we grab the game build health here instead of game tree. Yes, okay, that makes sense. Progress is from 0 to 10. If the health is below 0, then we put progress at 0. We repeat on each of the... okay, you know what? Let's actually not type it this long, because that's of no purpose in the slightest. Let's grab this. Yes, and then just do percent of our build here. That's good. Build is equal to this, and we can just grab the build right off from there. Okay, that's way better, I think. Yeah. Okay, so we get this progress if this is 0, and then here we can just do build dot percent var build dot vex. Much more comfortable, we've got to admit. You do the vex here, and that's... You don't need build rotation, there's no rotation. Here you want to get from game build dot percent var game build dot lock. And you set the vec, you set the vec lock progress, and here you check if the health... You know, it's much faster to do it like this, to copy from previously established function. Otherwise, you know, it would have just like been weird copy pasting, you know what I mean? We don't need these, and is there like an extra if there that we don't... Yeah, there you go. That makes sense. So you do plot glitch and you remove that. You also don't need that, I think. Hello, Red. How you doing? Ah, nice. Did you do... So you registered to the role, right? Or do you want me to register you? Can we get this strongest? What the fuck is that? Alright, now I'm curious. Ah, wait, but it's on you. Can you... If you can get it on YouTube Music, I'll play it. Ah, you like the pixel art? I'm glad you do. So yeah, we need to do game build here. And terrain dot building dot break. We did building instead of build, did we? Yeah, we did. That's too bad. All right. Let's lay off the emo music, by the way. Put some French bangers. Oh, you can? Oops. Let me put a tiny bit louder there. Is it true? You can barely hear the music? I'm reading from in-game chat, but I can also see it on a separate window. Alright, so we got terrain break here. We get the game build string. Let's also just pass the build. It's redundant information, but you know, it saves us having to like redo the big ass expression. Okay. So actually, you know what? No. Let's not pass the build. Let's reconstruct it, because if we do want to like break the build, we don't have to stop clip farming. You know, I actually gave a thought to this of like compiling some moments of the stream into like, you know, YouTube short-esque type content. Mostly so I could like have short form content of like the little tidbits of information that I give about coding. So you don't have to find it by sifting through a 3-hour VOD, you know what I mean? Alright, so let's reconstruct this here. Make it so codes work like berries. Yeah. But yeah, I need to find a tool that allows me to easily do the YouTube shorts, because I do not want to like I got DaVinci recently to try and make the VODs. Kind of crashed overnight though. It's probably, yeah, but I didn't find any. Okay, so I think what we can do here is we can just iterate on each vector. Should be fine, right? No, yeah. We do vec on build.%var build.vex. And we can just, you know, break stuff here. Maybe we grab the material to do some particle effects. Matt here from vec. Sorry, no, sorry. We want to shift. Look. Did you see DFS? I did not. What's up on DFS? Action to format numbers. What are you talking about? Is it like screenshots on discussion? Can you link it to me on DMs, because I can't really find it on DFS. Okay, so let's shift the location from game build dot percent var percent var game build dot lock. We shift it from there. We get all of the blocks. Let's for good measure. Let's center it here. Let's get the block. Let's remove. We want to purge the pointer. Percent var log dot pointer. We set the log to air. And let's do a particle effect, right? Could be nice to have, I think. You set the material of you know, the mace smash effect. I forgot again how it's called. Dust pillar, such a dumb name. Alright, let's give it this. Let's give it some spread. Alright. Particle. We do this, we set it to matte, and I think for that we have to make sure that we get the item. Yeah, there you go. You do this. unlock, you do the particle effect. I think that's going to be about it. We do need to purge all of the contents of game build dot percent var game build dot. I did think of one thing though. We need to make it so if build if build dot percent var build dot type, what was that? If the type is a foundation, it would let you say turn 1,540 to 1,540. Ah, ain't that nice? Hey, why not? That's fine. That's pretty nice. So like a format date, but for numbers. Nice. Okay. Does it let you change back though? That's the interesting part. Does it let you convert Roman numbers to actual numbers? Does it let you convert typed out text to numbers? That's the real interesting algorithm. So if we have a foundation, I think we just want to get the snow, right? Game build dot percent var game build dot lock. We do need to add some generic sounds for breaking all of these, because otherwise it's going to look very stupid if we just like break stuff. Because let's look in terrain.tree.hit. We do swing the arm. We do damage the item, right? We should probably damage the item. Yes. What the fuck are these item frames? Yeah, that's all my builders doing a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. So terrain building hit. Yeah, we can leave room for like cancelling here. Once we've done that, I think we can safely damage. There we go. By 1. Once we've damaged, we also need to swing the arm. Let's also add the same cooldown, by the way, before I forget. Should have actually just copied terrain tree hit from the start. Would have been much more practical. Alright. We end, we give the cooldown, and we check, we check if this is not on the cooldown. We do swing the arm here. We want to add some sounds as well. I think we want to do also let's do like this. No. Or like this, but no, that's clearly for breaking, right? Let's do this, and let's play the sound for breaking. No, not on this one, I'm afraid, because we have to do. We're going for resource packless here. Okay. Right, let's do some sound breaking here. I think we can do the wood hit sound. This one. That sounds good enough, right? Yeah, that's fine. So we can do that. game build dot percent var game build dot lock. Let's also add a specific sound to every type, maybe. Sounds good to me. What the fuck? Come on, Red. Let's do const dot build dot percent var tier dot sound. That sounds good. Because then we can just define it here. We can do const dot build dot zero dot sound, and we can make it be a wood sound. What's a good wood sound? No, probably not. Surely that works, right? Alright, time to give it a shot after so much time coding. We grab this and this and this. What the fuck? Oh, this did like automatically break it. Alright. I guess it doesn't like detect the health properly. It just sets it to 0. Alright. Okay, so we need to make it. Surely, yeah. Oh wait, you're dead, right? You're dead. You could just like go on anything. But I did add a kick whitelist, so can't join for now. Let's make it so we give cooldown on this for like 5 ticks when we place. Yeah, that's good. Because then that just means that we don't like instantly destroy it. That's fine by me. Alright, we fixed this. What else do we need to fix? We need to fix that the health is apparently not correct. Let's check that. Let's check on game build. Health is unfortunately 0. Yeah. Okay. So that's good. That means we identified where the problem was. So let's go back on there. That means that this is wrong. So why is it wrong? Because build type should be fine. Actually, maybe let's use build, right? Yes, okay, let's maybe try it like this, see if it works better. Oh, I said building, that's why it doesn't work. Okay, percent bar build dot health. Alright, hopefully we should have something better now. Whoops. Don't even mind it. Alright. Let's also place some roofs, so... It's just not doing any damage. Okay, well, I'm not going to find it like this. Game build dot game build 6, I think, because it's the 6th one I've placed. So, okay. It is 100, so it is a wall. So wait, let's do 6 health 5 health. That's... Okay, so it's not lowering. Why is it not lowering? Because it is running the hit function because we hear the sounds and shit. So we get the build here, we get the game better have the best animation polish of all of the earth. Well, we're working on it. You see the build indicator. Tools here, so what's wrong? Power should also be correct. Do I call it tool power? Time to take a peek into the items function. I do call it tool power. Have you considered letting people... I have. I just need to settle some things off with monetization before I enable it. Most I can do is just I haven't gone through the forms already. So next stream. Trying to figure out here what's causing the damage to be 0, because I'm pretty sure that's the issue. Let's print damage and power when we hit, right? And also let's remove the debug from damaging the item. So we get the damage. Right, let's do this. That works. I think I might have an idea what's wrong, actually. Hold on. Whoops. We get the health again. Oop, that's not the health, is it? Yes, it is. Okay. Let's print all of those so we can check what's going on here. Alright, well, we're losing health. There we go. So there is definitely a problem with damage, which I think is a problem with power. So building.hit. I think the problem's with power. So how does that work? Let's go back on items definition. How do we define power here? Tool power. Let's go, for example, on the hatchet. It's 2. Let's check that it's actually like correctly registered here. It should be. Fail to understand what fucks up here. Power is 0, so there's definitely something wrong because the hatchet power is supposed to be 2. So, you know. Actually, wait. Something's definitely wrong because not only is power supposed to be 2, even if power is 0, damage should at least be 10 times, so 15. Is it just that it's not transferring tool properly? I mean, did I just forget to pass tool? No, tool is passed. And tool's the... Yeah, that should be correct. Let's check the tool's correct. Oh, this might be the same issue as before, right? Of like when you do on interact, the event stuff isn't quite correct. Hey, we have a dev in here, so we can maybe get a fix for this soon. No, tool is 0. Why the fuck is tool 0? If it accepts it, what? What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? It's detecting terrain built. I think I know why we. Oh my god! I know exactly what's going on. This is because in interact we forgot to change it from hit to interact. Oh, are there actually like ads now? Were there ads running through the stream? Oh, okay, no. Maybe I can run an ad break, but like it's just that I haven't like enabled monetization, so I wouldn't want to do like an ad for nothing. Whatever, man. I'm just going to take a quick break. You know what? Let's try running an ad while I'm on a break. We shall see. How long can I run them? 3 minutes. I love money. Okay, hold on. Give me just a second. I'll be right back. Let's try doing an ad break. I love greediness. All right, Mac. How did the ad break go? Didn't see any ads. Okay. There was no ad. Okay, I see. Okay, well, that makes sense. No money for me. What am I gonna do, man? No, I think I just need to set up monetization beforehand. What the fuck? Who tried to grief the plot? Flew him. What the fuck are you doing? So where were we? Nah. I think I'd I'm pretty okay on money. I can just like handle. Oh, you know what I'm gonna put? I'm gonna put a goated French artist. You guys can listen to it with me. No, no. Oh, come on. Where's the fucking this one? Ah, there you go. That works. Well, we have building breaking, folks. And can we? Ah, we can't place back though. It's because there's still pointers. I thought I reset them. Hmm. What could be the problem here? Because here, look. Oh, I know what the problem is. This should not be a variable. It should be a string. Okay. Yeah, okay. We got it, folks. That's nice. Well, okay, so there's building breaking. Seems to be working pretty fine. Yeah. So what else? I think she used these maze particles if you really flew out 1 billion blocks up. That's fair. All right, that's fair. Yeah, that's just fair. I don't. There's nothing to say. Yeah, it's dust pillar. That's what it is. I do like using them for like tree breaking though, and rock breaking. Like they're fun to use. Okay, let's use regular blocks. Let's actually spread them out though. Ah! What do you mean for walls? Like the wind dust particles? Shit. Nah, that's fine. I like that. Like that's okay, right? Hmm. How do you recalculate the snow layer, by the way? I have a terrain.snow function that keeps in the seed from the terrain generator, and it allows me to just like replace the snow anytime I want. Um, okay. Can I not just put on the bangers though? Does it have to be random across the whole artist? Because that's not one of the good ones. Can I do this maybe? Yeah, that's those are the good ones. Okay, so what should we do next? Do you use that function gen itself too? Yes, I do. I do. Um, I think maybe upgrades are next, but I want to take a small detour. I can't remember by what though. Fuck. Yes, let's actually like tweak out some other aspects of building. That's the one. I wanted to make it so the visualizer is something that's only for you to see. So that you don't like reveal your position by building or something. Also because I prefer like having be that way. I think I can afford to just like oh yeah the one that the one that goes Mais la meilleure ennemie c'est toi. I think it's this one. uh, Alright, so let's select all the players that are not default. And then I think we can just like do display entity, set entity hidden, and I'm pretty sure we can do we can just like do the tags from there. There we go. Now, this is a rare occasion, but I'm going to need a tester so that we can test if the visualizer pops up for other people or not. Ooh, what is this? Chimneys. I'm only going to pick someone that's online on the node, folks. What the fuck? Oh, alright. I'm just gonna leave it. Well, now I have to leave it as developer because otherwise you guys just going to you guys just going to put names in. Alright. Okay. Yeah. So I just put it on whitelisted. If you guys want to come along, We can test this. À chaque fois que t'es là, j'ai juste envie de me barrer. Now that you, now that you mention, yeah, that is an ad. Fucking hell. Like, it's a meme. It's also just an ad. I'm gonna end up deleting all of this at some point, I think. Hello, Louis Him. All right. Click play. Louis Him, you need to click play. What you do? I just set it. Oh wait, no. You probably don't. Ah, there we go. What the fuck? That works? That's a bug. Holy. Alright. How is Scream going? What? What the fuck? Oh, he tries to like... That's nice. Alright. You see the visualizer, Louis. Hi, fuck it. Don't say that. I don't see yours though. Oh wait, you don't see yours. That's weird. Oh. Can you pass me it back? So can you see the visualizer on your side? How the fuck does it end up on that side? So hold on. What the fuck? Why does it only work for me? Hmm. Yeah, would that be a bit weird? Okay. Hmm. Um, the motion hammer of the motion when the motion's up. All right. I do wonder who made Miller. That'll remain a mystery forever. Not a bug. Oh yeah. That's because we don't have place priority for the rocks yet. I think the building system is quite nice. I think we just need to make it so when you click on the side, like when you click on the two lower blocks, it breaks a wall instead. And if there's like a foundation below it. Oh, maybe I should make it so you can't stack roofs like vertically. Well, no, I don't like. It does look cool, but I don't want this because like that makes it so these take like break like one block at a time, and that's a bit OP. Roofs are weaker, but you have to break them one by one. That's the problem. It's not balanced, man. It's still not balanced because here's the thing. You got a base where it's full of walls, right? You break one wall, you have like a second to get in before the guy places a block again. If the walls are roofs, right? What happens is you can just like replace the roof before the other roof breaks. And that's a bit OP. So yeah, eventually I'll add conditions to remove that. The humble IED, what? Ah. Still, that's like incredibly late game. Yeah, I know. That's incredibly late game for like something that you can set up in 2 seconds with wood. All at once. These aren't walls, these are roofs. It's just that for now you can place roofs, whatever. You could just place roof if they're like adjacent to a wall. I think later on I'll make it so like if you try to place on the upper part of a wall. You know what? Let's actually do this right now, right? Both of you, get out of here! Go and build while I do this. Oh, it's going to crash. Let's do this. Habit launches would be actually pretty neat. But, like, from what height, though? Meteor shower. That's already planned for regenerating rocks. Yes, let's look into the build check function. So, if we're clicking on a wall, right? It's actually a wall. And we're clicking on the side of it. I think we need to get like wall Y or something. Let's do something like that. Hold on. You guys like aren't playing on the game while I'm doing this, by the way, right? Go back on there. All right. So I'm trying to think about this, like how I want to do it cleanly. All right. So for not above and below, then we don't like. I think we can. No, it's not immediately confirmed. We can get the location of this. Ah, wait, it's actually pretty bloody simple, isn't it? You just get the altitude. Ah, there you go. You get the distance, the altitude between these. White if on here. And if it's oh, that's so elegant. I'm pretty proud of that actually. Okay, if it's 0 and 1, then we attempt to place a wall. If it's 2 or 3, then we can say, yeah, sure, fresh bill for a roof. Yes, so this, let's shift it down 1. No, let's shift it -2% for white div minus. That's how you want to do it. You get the location below. And here you get the build type to equal a wall, right? And if you have %bar lock below, let me give me a second. Tuck in the the mosquito thing, because otherwise I'm gonna get fucking eaten. Okay, so if the pointer... Yes, I think this suffices. If this is foundation, or wall, or roof, actually. Basically, if there's, like, stuff under, then we're going to be able to place it. Alright, I'm pretty sure this fixes, like, wall placing. Let's get a shot. So we got foundations here, right? Class system of cobalt, not yet. You place a wall. If you try to place it on the side, it doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? The fuck? Okay. Okay, now what did I do again? What's wrong? Hmm. It's print whited here. Okay, fuck you. It's 0.5! What the fuck? Why is it... What? What the fuck? Let's put on another one. Alright. Put this one again, then we change. Yeah, so why the fuck is it 2.5? That's my question. I think that's because it's an invalid location, yeah. Because, again, if you didn't know, when a location's not valid, it's going to put it at the plot center. So actually, you know what? We can actually debug this live. Let's go on this. Yeah, in YDiv here. We're going to, oops, not this. We're going to get the target and this, which is the supposed empty thing here. Right, so if we get that, as you can see, it's one of the locations is 0. So when you try to get the difference, it's going to get the difference from here and the plot spawn, which is the reason there's a 0.5 also, because plot spawn is on the flat ground. Know about your Diamondfire errors. All right. So, that's actually a problem then. Why is it 0? Is it because we just changed targets? I think it is. Yes, I think it is. Okay. base look. And we don't need this. And now we should have a proper build system. So we place foundations. If we place a wall, it tries to place a wall. And that's nice. Okay, it doesn't detect the foundation yet, but if we do this, yeah, okay. Alright, so do you guys like that? Like if we look, oh shit. If we look on the side of a wall, at the bottom part, it's going to want to place a wall. But if we look at the top part, it's going to want to place a roof. Is that fine with y'all? That might not be good, actually. Might not be good because what if you got this and you, yeah, it also doesn't work. What if you got this and you want to raid, right? You can't because you can only place walls. So we need to add something where if it's above blank, it's going to place a foundation. All right. Shifting to not place a wall. Nah. I don't want to have any stuff like this. Not right now, at least. Because that feels like a hack. I want it to actually be like automatic detection. Okay, so here's what we got. We got base log, etc., etc. So here it tries to do a wall, and it tries to detect if there's stuff under it. Okay, so again. Oh wait, no, I'm stupid. This should work. Let's change. Oh, let's put them humbug. You look low here. Hopefully speaking, this should like detect if we've got Oh yeah. Okay, well, you can't place on ice. That's good. I never actually checked for that. I just check if it's snow. Yeah. Okay, so wall. This works. That's nice. Yeah, that's what you want. That's what you want to see. I think you can build over ice though. Nope. I guess you can't. Ah, I'm glad you have your references in check. What do you want to build here? I think it's potion propeller? Potion approaching, sorry. A light takes a lot. Wait, this is a blind test. A light takes a lot less time to decide on the Santa. It's Dance Little Liar. Fucking hell. Could have gotten that. Anyway, yeah, you can build over ice. Should be fine. Can you imagine like making a big ass base over ice by stacking buildings and shit? I saw that correctly, right? You can peek through ice. Interesting. What do I want to fix? Onto ice, I want my bridges. Well, okay, this is the best you're gonna get. I don't want to be able to like directly place onto ice. I'm glad that wall placing is a bit more like intuitive now, though. This should try to place a foundation, though, so let's give it a shot. Oh no, it's over there. Over there. So if it's look, fuck. If it's got stuff under, it's going to try and place a wall. I think here what we do instead is we make it so it's always going to be valid. And we try to place a wall, else we try to place a foundation. Okay, late game item that allows for fence-like objects to be placed into ice to allow for bridges on ice. We shall see. So, let's try the raiding strat. Well, seems like it works. The play foundation. Okay, come on. Whatever. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay. What? Ah, because it shifts it down. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. That makes sense. So if it is a foundation, we need to shift the target by y-diff back up. Dude, this album is so fucking good. It's probably like, I think for a while it was my favorite off of AM, and I'm pretty sure it still is. Like I really love Favorite Worst Nightmare. It's really nice, but this one is just like a whole nother vibe. Right, so foundation, 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 roof. We got it, chat. That's what we want. You can just like build infinitely upwards, can't you? Which is going to be a problem because the foundation is not infinite downwards. Okay. So how are we going to do this? Maybe I want to make it so... I think I want to make it so the foundation needs to contain snow inside it. Like at least once. Why the foundation? No, that's not what I want to do. Overreaction was no guess to careful guess too far. In your pastimes consisted of the strange. And I hate that little game you had called. Also, Alex Turner's haircut during that era. Undisputable. Undisputably the greatest. Oops. Okay, so let's do it on the visualizer first. If it is snow, then you want to allow it, I think. Actually, wait. I think I have something. Snow and snow block. Right. If if no, only two, like this. So if the build type is a foundation and the snow count is less than 2, then we need to set this to disabled. I'm pretty sure you can just like stop repeat, by the way, on these. Possibly going to like slightly improve. Anyway, let's give it a shot. No, there we go. How'd you get the debug item menu? It's items, but it's a dev only command. Alright, so you can place foundation up. I don't know why it said none here, but... And here... Yeah, it doesn't work. Well, you can still place it, but it's not going to work once I transmit the changes over to the click algorithm, which I'm going to do right now. Checks over there. Yep. So if we do get the material right, yeah. If mat is equal to snow block, then we are going to augment this snow count. And here we want to do if the build type is foundation and snow count is less than 2, then we do we error. Build not there. There you go. And now we have a vertical limit for foundations. There you go. You got it. Which, you know, I guess we can also like build on top of this, I guess. We should probably have like a vertical limit as well. Otherwise it's going to get pretty hectic. Do you own a fox plush? Let me cook, hold on. Look at this chunky boy. Oh shit! There you go. That's the lad. The huge ass fox plush. There's another one somewhere. No clue where it is though. Yep, so you know how it is. All right. Are you the fox brush because you have a fox brush, or do you have the fox brush because you are the fox brush? I have a fox brush because I am the fox brush. I'm glad I answered that philosophical conundrum. Yeah, you can also place on the side of these, right? That's good. Okay. Yeah, it's a pretty good system. Faux light. Yeah. Indeed, indeed. I think you can maybe do some weird roof shenanigans. We'll see. We'll see later. Now, one thing that's a bit worrying right now is that... Oh yeah, because it resets the... Yeah, no, but this still doesn't work. Okay. Let's add not being able to break foundations to this stuff undone. Yours is the only ocean. Down, 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 down. Oops. Ah! Alright. We get the build. If build.percent_var build.type is foundation, someone else for a week. Error check. We could just check for error, it's fine. We can just do game build.percent_var game build.lock. We want to check that the stuff right about that is air, because if it's not, break full foundation as the error. You need to break everything above the foundation. He did. He clutched it. Okay. Foundation. Wall. That's good. That's good. All right. Oh, drip double chat. Yeah, sorry, Cactus. You cooked up a really nice chat plus thing, but I had to remove it now that we had a fixed version of Red. What does the F stand for if it's not team free? Okay. Yes, we are. It is a really nice setup, though. It's really practical. I just look better every day, man. Look at this guy glazing me an open shot like this. How are you, Matt? Absolute cinema, Matt. Really glad to hear it. For me, I made the so I've got hang out with friends. I've been making the build system. Look at it. Nerd ass hobby. Holy fuck. I've uh, I've improved on the build system. When you look at the lower part of a wall, you're going to place a wall now, and on the top part is going to be a roof. You can also place foundations if there's no foundation below. Okay, this is a problem though. I'm having trouble figuring out what's. Yeah, you like it? It's pretty fucking nice. Look at this. It's in detail here. It's pretty nice. We're going through Humbug, by the way, right now, because what I coded out of them. I'm trying to figure out what's causing this to be a problem. You don't want to send you bits, but it turns out you have to receive 100,000 bits to redeem them. Damn, for real? Twitch is yeah, damn, how many just waiting for that sub button. I'm gonna activate monetization later on tonight, I think. What else? Yeah, I gotta fix this. But yeah, for bits, how many bits for $1 actually? How does that work? Completely unfamiliar with it. Let's shift the wall up. If there's a foundation in the way, 1 bit is a cent. You need 10,000 bits to redeem them. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. Let's see if the pointer type here. Like, yeah. If this is a foundation for the wall or for a roof, yeah. Yeah, we can just shift it up. No, if okay, no, we shift target up by Y diff because we only want to apply that if it was like, you know how it is. Now, I think we fucking hell. I think we have a cohesive build system. Come on, Matt. You know I don't need it. I'm pretty fine as it is. Keep your money for yourself, mate. Oh. So if I do this then, there we go. That's what I want. Right, okay. Yeah, true. Is it actually that much smoother? Well, that's good. That's good then. That means I did a good change. Oh wait, if we want a cohesive build system, I think we need to make it so roofs can't like stack upwards and downwards. Yeah, I mean, I do think fluidity is what you want, right? Like, you don't really need to see like in great detail everything, right? Because I'm mostly just showing text and blocks. Stop motion animation. That much? And you guys didn't tell me for the first fucking days? Holy. Okay, hold on. Yeah, okay, let's take this. I'm just going to spend the next couple minutes perfecting the build system now that I'm at it, because you know that way it's like less work in the long run. If we make the roof work, I think that means that we need to you know, check above and below if there's stuff. Yeah, roof should be like uh, completely isolated above and below when placed, at least. So oh, you get the Alex Turner from the music video instead. That's nice. Yeah, man, this thing just works so well. Like pretty proud I chose this one. Ah, yes. Let's do this. If we have an accepted roof, then we check above and below. Yes, let's do this. Look above, below. But you can never get it spotless. Beneath the dome. I don't know, man. I'm kind of disillusioned by the boys, and like they had a good thing going, and I feel like they kind of fucked it. I'm not talking about the political aspect of it. I think that like that's probably the best part of the show. They get it really right. It's just that it started to feel like fucking Marvel slop. You know what I mean? Like they kind of like they became the thing they parodied somewhat. Ghostface Scott's pink. No, I'm a clear glass kind of guy. Um, yes. So let's do lock above, and here lock below. We check if it's a wall, foundation, or actually can't be foundation above, so whatever the fuck. Or if it's wall or roof. It can't even be a roof, I'm not gonna lie. It can't even be a wall. So if there's a roof above, then we do fresh build to 0. this can be anything really. It can be roof, wall, foundation. So that means that you can't like do abusive wall placing, like you could earlier to like. So let's see. Normally speaking, well, you can't even place wall roofs correctly here, but like this should, yeah, you can see, doesn't do it for the roof. Now you'll be able to place stuff on there later on, but for now, it doesn't work. Ooh. I think for now that should be sufficient for the building system. As in like the placement requirements. Now, I think one good function that we could do is to have build destroy propagation. So like we want to make it so when you place roofs like these and you break this one, we want these roofs to break. Man, pretty visitors is so fucking fire. I was saying something earlier, Matt, and I don't know if you agree with me on it, but I genuinely think Humbug is their best album. It's pretty much no contest for me. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, so let's. Unfortunately, I prefer Favorite Worst Nightmare. It's an understandable take. I'm just saying, I think this one is like it's more innovative. It has more you know, unforgettable songs, I guess. Like the songs are definitely more distinctive than Favorite Worst Nightmare, I think. But then again, like Favorite Worst Nightmare has 505, so what can you do? No, like 505 is probably their best song ever, so I don't think there's an equivalent. Crying Lightning's kind of great. What's the best song from Humbug, actually? Do you think? I think like the difference is, and here's why I think Humbug is the better album to Favorite Worst Nightmare. It's kind of the same reason I think Absolution is a better album than Origin of Symmetry for Muse. I think Favorite Worst Nightmare has like songs that are better, but Humbug is just a more consistent album overall. There's not a single bad song on Humbug, and I'm pretty sure on Favorite Worst Nightmare. Let me just look it up. Like there's some of them. I don't know how I feel about it. At least I think so. Like Balaclava, I can't really care for Balaclava. Nah, it sucks. But you know, okay. There's the Jeweler's Hands after this, and then we can put on Favorite Worst Nightmare. It's still a very good album. But Tranquility Base Hotel and Casino sucks, and The Car sucks. I'm sorry, they're both bad albums. Ah, Secret Door's really good, yeah. But you know, I forgot that the bad thing was on Favorite Worst Nightmare. The bad thing is such a whatever people say I am, that's what I'm not song. I don't know what the fuck's it doing on Favorite Worst Nightmare. You see what I mean? Also, do me a favor. Disagree. Do me a favor fits on 505. It's very 505. Sorry. Ah, yeah, okay, yeah. Well, you need to listen to Arctic Monkeys. Wait, you are listening to Arctic Monkeys right now if you want to, enjoy the music. They're really great. They did like recent stuff that popped up. The AM album is very popular. It's just that it is good, but it's more pop music where this is rock music, so it's not it's a different genre. Okay, let's get back to actually coding the fucking game. Hmm. Let's build the collapse function. I think that's good. You do terrain dot building dot collapse. And what collapse is going to do is it's going to check if it's going to break from its current position. And if it is, then it summons the break function. I also love She's Thunderstorm from CS generally. I love when they do some. Yeah. Yeah. Um, Suck It and See is overall a very romantic album. It's pretty good in its own right. I did have a time where I believed it was the best album, but it's just like it's a bit too tame, I think. Hmm. Let's see. What could we make collapse? I think we only want to call collapse if it's a wall or a roof. I'm not gonna lie. Let's do it. If build, sorry, if build dot percent var build dot type on both. Not foundation because we're never actually. There's no reason to actually collapse foundation. I think. But there is. If a foundation decays, then yeah, we need to collapse foundation. All right, so let's handle all of the cases. Foundation. That's not the right way to code this. Okay, hold on. Type. And then you do a specific collapse function for all types. Actually no. Maybe you don't. Wait, let me think. Shit. Hold on. No, okay. No, no, no. 1, 2, 3. That's fine enough to code like this. Foundation, wall, roof. If it's a foundation, we shift up from whatever the fucking lock is. Game build, sorry, game build dot percent var game build dot lock. We shift up from this. And we collapse this, right? I think code spaces go so whack for me because I always... Do you actually? That's interesting. No, I just do it as I go. I like having the open space above me. Alright, let's switch over to favorite worst nightmare. The ultra cheese? I don't even know it. Oh, it's a song from the Shitty album. Brian, so I'm also not trying. It's not hard coding. It is kind of pop coding, but whatever. It's fine for now because I just want to keep the vase in memory. I don't want to have to remake them every time. I'm trying to think about this though. Pretty sure this is going to work. Banned. Holy. Anybody here know what order repeat agency? Sorry, agency. Aegis. What the fuck? Adjacently. What? Am I having a stroke? Adjacently. Adjacently. Jesus Christ. Okay. Anybody know what order the adjacent repeat adjacently function goes in? It is illegal, but this calls for a little test. Get up to the part where they provoke you to. It doesn't exist. Let's find out in what order the repeat adjacent function runs. Now, how are we going to do this? We're going to do it like this. Yeah, and it got punished, Matt. We do look here, based on this one. Then we place a sign. Oak sign. we make I augments, then we fill in the syntax. Where the fuck's the syntax? There we go. When did your list? There we go. 1 and then %var I. And now you can see that it runs in this, then 5 on top, then 6 on the bottom. Completely unintuitive. Because it does this, then this, then this, but this is Diamond Fire, so you know, it is what it is. I'll take it as granted. And it's the 1000th time that it's even bolder. How was it expected? Explain to me. And now that I realize, I probably don't want to make it order-based, because if I know anything about Diamond Fire, they're going to change this order without saying anything about it at some point, and it's going to break everything. So let's actually just, you know. When there's people like you. Oh, fuck, I'm trying to think. This place was well guarded. So let's actually just do like cardinal. Because here, this is for roof, right? So we only want to collapse these if we're on other roofs. So probably this. Dealers were desperately trying to simulate 3/4 of an hour ago. I'm just singing now. There's no more commentary. There's no more educational stream. I'm just fucking enjoying Arctic Monkeys while coding. What even is the point of this stream? Oh, that makes no sense. Jesus. All right. Yeah, so for neighbor, it's not even log here, is it? Yeah, it needs to be this. Actually, so base 100 heads. This is the first time you speak here, isn't it? Welcome. Let's see. Let's go on build check. We can get this. Change target to neighbor. And if neighbor is equal to roof, then we collapse it. Yeah, we collapse with neighbor as the location. New available channel points in a little bit. I need to enable monetization first. Channel points is monetization, isn't it? If it's not monetization, it's probably affiliate at minimum, so I need to fill in the stuff for it. Don't worry, I'm gonna do it. Actually, let's call it terrain.collapse instead, because this is going to also work with workbenches and shit. Cheeks and running makeup alone. And it's wrong, wrong, wrong. We get log, we shift it from there. Shift it on 2, yes. That's true, actually, huh? Measurable as a start. Solid gravel, straight. Wrong, chicken only wait. That's right. So the logic here is that we're iterating on every single block that could depend on the structure that's breaking here. So I'll show the code for it in a second. But basically, give me a second. Ah, shit, I need to actually finish this. Crap. We check if this is a roof. And then we call collapse. Terrain. Fucking hell. Not collapse. There you go. And we put neighbor inside. Hydrate posture check. Oh! I only have the black tar. No hydration for me. Let's put neighbor in. Alright, so there's no location on here. Let's add it to it. Alright, so here's the point. The point is that for every type of building... What the fuck? Did I accidentally put it twice? No, this is for resetting the snow, which I could like combine, but the logic is better if you keep it separate. So if it's a foundation, we want to check if we can collapse the block right above it. Makes sense. If it's a wall, we want to check if for all the possible roof slots of that wall, we can collapse these roofs, and we check if they're roofs, of course. And then if it's a roof, we just check everything around it. Now, for both of these, I forgot to add the block on top, because there can be blocks on top. So let's add to it. And once we do that, should be good to go. So we always collapse that. Let me start. Yeah, let me start actually doing that instead of grabbing a string. Because if I don't, that habit is never going to die. We do lock. Shit. And this one is also really great, isn't it, Matt? You should totally just make northern reaches. Oh wow, we're reaching the end of a line. That's the first time that's ever happened on this plot. Okay, so... How do we want to do this? I think there's two separate things that we need to do. Actually, four. Do I softcode this, or do I just leave a chain of ifs? Honestly, this is still soft coding, okay? Okay, if game build dot percent var lock pointer the delusional hardcode. Oh fucking hell. Dot type oh never mind. We're never actually going to collapse a foundation. Okay, a foundation can break. It's never actually going to collapse. All right. So if it's a wall, so again, very simple. We just check the block under it, see if it's broken. If it's a roof, it's going to be a bit more complicated. Please do not drink it soft code. And this is going to be the thing to check if it's a workstation. Workstation is not 0. Then I believe that well, first of all, we can return after this. We can maybe do some stuff here, but you know, let's not. Let's wait for it to be actually a problem before we actually do anything about it, because we don't even have workstation breaking at the moment. So, fucking hell. You know, I do think I made a mistake at some point. I should have made the workstation and the build system the same, because now the problem is that I'm going to have to repeat a whole bunch of stuff. I do think the build visualizer would have been really nice for the workbench. It's just that it's not really the same system, so I understand the way I did it. I don't know. I'll think about it. It's fine. So if it's a wall, we simply check under lock. Honestly, if it's a wall and it's getting the collapse call, we don't need to check anything, do we? Because if we, like, if it's getting the collapse call, that means it's gotten something broken under it. Right, let's just check it for, like, rigor. But theoretically, we shouldn't. Below check. -1. And if it's not... It's got nothing under it. Then we're going to break it! Terrain dot building dot break. Which I believe we can just achieve with %var log dot pointer. And yeah, that should be it actually. Now the roof check is going to be a bit more complicated. Is it actually going to be complicated? I don't think it is. I think it's going to be pretty fine. If the repeat... So we repeat... Ah, fucking hell. We repeat adjacently. Neighbor, log. We're going to check the vector between the log and the neighbor. I'm going to extend the neighbor by its own back. Right, and here we're going to check, and here we break it if none of these are true. Terrain dot building dot break, same thing. Hold on to your heart. Game build dot %var neighbor dot pointer, and we want to %var this as well. Dot type. If this is a wall, then we just return because it means that the wall is stable. If this is a wall, we also return because that means it's stable. And we should be good to go. We should have a collapsing system from that. Normally, we only have this space for upgrading. Oh no. Actually, upgrading should... upgrading should not take that much code, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so this is the hour of truth. Does it work to collapse a roof? First try, baby! That's really nice. Alright. We got it. We got roof collapsing. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Alright. Do me a favor and ask if you need some help. Do me a favor and stop flattering yourself. Is it on a private note? The game? No, it's not. Are you asking about something else? Oh yeah, no, you're asking about Pokemon Gleam and Dust. Sorry. So we got this working. That's nice. Do I want to do anything else? It's 11 PM. Might want to stop there. Not gonna lie. What else did we have on the back burner? Show you the stuff I'm able to complete here. Did we only do that? We didn't even do instant removal. Fastest Diamond Fire coder. Okay. What the fuck? Hello, Cacton. Yep, alright. That was not very productive. Oh my fucking god. Can you get out of the way? I'm trying to check the... Alright. Right. Cost for building is probably pretty easy to implement. Let's do that before we go to bed so that we don't feel completely guilty about about everything here. Let's see. Surely I've got click.craft. I'm fairly sure we can like softcode this function, right? Player.apply recipe. Now that we're here, we might as well go too far. Do 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 do. Sorry, can I? Yeah. So it gets everything in. So let's get the recipe here. I think the recipe is supposed to be a dictionary. That should work, right? We give recipe here. Actually, that might just work right off the bat. You do this. Then you go back on this one. Oh, this should probably be in. Apply recipe. And here we want... Hello? we want to put the recipe. Where's the recipe? Hello? Click.craft. There we go. Put the recipe in. We create list here. There we go. That's the one. So this should work the same for crafting, but it also means that now we can do the same for build placement. Yeah, it does mean to throw it out of the window. No modifications. Alright, so let's do this. Apply recipe. I think it's build.percent_var build.recipe. Surely that'll work. Do I get the build anywhere? Yes, I do. Should work. So let's try it. It's a really clean way to implement it too, so I'm pretty happy with it, I think. Let's get some wood. Let's see if it consumes it. Yes, it does. Nice! Ugh! Well, that was really easy to implement. Can you imagine? This took like 10 seconds. Alright, cost for buildings is done. It's 11 PM. Do I do upgrading now? Nah, I think upgrading is a bit too, like... It's too big of a system to add now, I think. I think it will be too annoying. Am I acing? Oh, fuck. Yeah, do you have any terrain gen suggestions? I need a decent one, but I don't feel like making one. Well, I guess this is a bit of a weird question to ask because terrain gens are obviously very specialized to the game they're for. So you can't just like ask for a terrain gen idea. You see what I mean? It's a bit like, see, look at this, right? This terrain gen is obviously very specialized. It has the snow layer technology, which you only really see in games like Northern Reaches. It's very flat. It's got the little ice on the side. That's also a characteristic of the terrain gen. You see what I mean, right? The terrain gen is only like, it's kind of like, can you make me an RPG item? You know what I mean? Because like it has to obviously adapt to what you've got in place or what you have in mind. And Reach is looking for a simple one, for example, one like Auric. Brother, if you think the Auric 3 gen is simple, where the fuck's Auric 3? Oh well, I just need Auric. It is very complicated. Surely, all right. You know what? Actually, let me not use the free cam because if I accidentally reveal a base, that would be too abusive here. What the fuck? Oh yeah. Why do I have permanent back? Is it because I'm a vampire? What the fuck? Okay, brother. Like this is the only power that what the fuck? The only power that prevents me from showcasing. Holy fuck. Can I like... Can I not change it to a bat or something? Oh my god. Right, so the thing with I know Oryx Gen, I don't even need to look at it. I just wanted to show you. The thing with Orig is that let's turn the music down a little bit. The thing with Orig is that the generator for it is very, very detailed because Vicarious had multiple iterations to work on. So he perfected the generator as he went. But basically, if you want the base of Orig's gen, Orig works, I think, on a basis of 3D Perlin. 3D Perlin is kind of like what I did in Hue Havoc. It's just that I did it differently. Yeah. So the point of 3D Perlin is that you have these little, hills that can generate like this. The point of it is that you can have overhangs and shit. Obviously, Hue Havoc's gen is very different from Orig because it doesn't try to do anything realistic. It tries to do this big blob that's pretty fun to parkour on when you have like high jump abilities, but that's about it. Anyway, all this to say that Oryx Gen is probably one of the most complicated you can aspire to make if you don't know how to do terrain gen. So I'd recommend that you don't. Peak type gen, yeah, kinda. There's a video of a former Minecraft that explaining basic terrain gen. You don't. Okay, so here's the thing, right? You don't really. I can code you a terrain gen in like seconds here. The way you do it, shit, you basically just like you iterate. There's tons of terrain gens you can grab on CodeVault, by the way, just saying, but you iterate on the entire plot, right? On a repeat grid like this, right? That's going to iterate on every single block on the plot. So lock is going to take the value of every single location in the ground, and what you do is you give it like some sort of fucking ceiling or something, so you can clear it. You give 30, whatever, I don't know. The point is that you should make them yourself. Then you get the Perlin, and Perlin is a noise here, get noise, right? You get the Perlin 2D because you're only getting the 2D one. We don't even need to put any other arguments for now. And you, after this, you multiply the Perlin by some value. I'll explain what Perlin is in a second, right? And that's actually your Y value. So you do this, right? Top. And then you fill this in from lock to top with, I don't know, white wool. Now I'm going to set to spectator so we don't get suffocated. Fucking, what the fuck? A simple... a system as simple as this, I fuck up. What on earth, man? It's because it's on X. I made it on X instead of Y. My bad. Okay. Oh, shit. And there you go. You have a terrain gen. Right? Even simpler, we can... So, this will only ever generate, like, one single terrain gen if you don't put a seed in. Actually, wait. This probably won't work. I need to put it on sneak or something, because I'm in spectator mode. Use simplex nodes. What? Right, no. You're right, actually. It's simplex nodes. It's not Perlin. Perlin is this. There you go. That's Perlin. Yes, you take a base of Perlin. That's what you do for most terrain gens. Like there's people that will tell you can use Whirly or Voronoi or cellular noise. You need to, if you're starting out, get Perlin, do this, right? You go to terrain gen. If you want it to vary, you put in some base values for this. So 1.505, 1.5, 0.5. You get a seed by generating a random number minus 999, 999, and you put that seed in there. Shit. The reflex. And that's just going to... Oh, wait. Does it not clear it? The fuck? Oh, I forgot to clear it. That makes sense. Yeah. You obviously need to clear it every time, otherwise it's just going to stack upon itself. And you have a random terrain gen with that. You see? It's good that I made these mistakes, by the way, because these are the common mistakes you make when you want to code fast. Anyway, that's your basis for a terrain gen. Now, after this, you add in some flair if you want it to actually be terrain. So you set all of this to dirt, you know, and then you set the top block to be grass. The grass block. I know, right? Now get on it. You gotta make it. You gotta make it short now. And bam, you got a terrain gen. Oh fucking hell! I'm washed. What do you mean? Oh, it's put lock instead of top. Oh my god. I should just relinquish my helper rank. Alright, there you go. And you got a terrain gen. It's as simple as that. Actually, yeah, that would be fire. But yeah, that's how you do a terrain gen. It's as simple as that. That's the simplest terrain gen that you can cook up. And then you can add on to it. You can do all sorts of little tips and tricks. Just to tell you about how I made mine on Northern Reaches. Basically, so the basis of it is all Perlin noise, right? It's the same base. What I end up doing is I get the decimal part of the Perlin when I place the block, and I translate that into snow layers so that it smooths out when you place it. When I reach a negative threshold, like I think it's a 2.5 threshold because I put the block under there. When I reach something that's below this level, I put ice, and I change the tint of ice depending on how low the Perlin is. And to give it the island shape, to make it so the Perlin is, goes below on the sides, what I did is I multiplied the Perlin with a sine wave that went from... that's a bit more complicated, so you don't really need to learn it, but a sine wave that went from here to here. I don't know if you know what sine is. Okay, yeah, well that's what I did. Like this is like one sine wave, like one that goes like this. And by multiplying it like this, with the sign being between 0 and 1, of course, what you end up having... Why can't I tune in tomorrow? You better tune in tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm going to activate monetization, so you can come in and donate bits if you want. But yeah, this is what I did for mine. And then for trees and rocks, I used a little trick, which I don't know if it's still visible here. Well, the empty spaces here is red stained glass. Basically, I just place red stained glass every time I place a tree, so that when I place another tree, I check if there's red stained glass and then I cancel it, and that gives like a minimal spacing between every tree. To make these sorts of forests, I use something called Whirly noise. Yeah. Which essentially just gives like a unique number per cell, and a cell is like a large amount of blocks. And basically, I check if like the cell ID is below 0.25 or something, and that gives it like 0.20, like a quarter of the cells get the forest, and then I do something similar for the rocks, and that's how you end up with a terrain gem. It's a very simple thing to learn. It sounds very intimidating because you start off with stuff like but basically when you hear about terrain gens, you hear about noise, like purling noise. You what? How does that work? You can get to understand how purling noise, etc., work. There's very competent Wikipedia articles on it, and there's very competent guides on understanding how noise works. But you don't need to understand it. What you need to understand is that it's a field. Like you can treat it like a black box, right? You can treat it like you put in some values, you get some values out, and the values out have this property. Once you start to treat it like that, you can do tons of stuff with it. You have your three main tools. You have purlin, which is your base field that's like smooth, basically. You have yeah. Purlin is all you need basically, but if you want additional stuff, you have whirly noise, which is the thing I said about cells, and then to complete it, you have Voronoi noise, which is basically the distance to the center of the cell, and I used it here for the trees to make it so the trees inside take a model which is more grown, right? Because on my game I have like different tree growths, right? And basically what I did is I made it so when the trees are closer to the edge of the cell, they are smaller. So you really get something like a forest here. You see what I mean? It's very simple to like work with once you understand that you should treat noises like purely the sum of their parts, right? Sorry, yeah, it's maybe a bit, but you don't need to know about Whirly and Voronoi. For now, experiment with Perlin. Do tons of stuff that you want to try out, like, oh, what if I do this? How's it going to affect the gen? Try it out, you know? Don't forget to put weights on your gen. I didn't I didn't put any weight on mine because it wasn't a basic. But for something like a massive here, as you can see, like as you can see on the top bar, it takes a long time to generate. So you do need to put weights in your loop to make it not crash your plot. But basically, yeah. Oh, why? Oh, yeah. Because I see. Yeah. Yeah. Make a gen that kind of works. You know what? That's a general philosophy, right? Like uh, yeah, but you can make a short out of this. It works. You basically, that's a general philosophy for games, right? You should make stuff that kind of works at first. Like, you're not gonna make Celeste as your first platformer, and you're not gonna make Minecraft as your first sandbox. You should make shitty games. You should like make prototypes that barely work, etc. Something to get your mind working and to get you practicing, because the more you practice, the more you're going to the more you're going to actually know to develop the skills to do the stuff you want to do later on. There's the story of Toby Fox, the guy who made Undertale, of course. His dream game was to make Deltarune, and he only ever made Undertale as like a prototype to it because he wanted to exercise himself. And look where that got him. You know, make like low quality, and the code of Toby Fox is dog shit. He codes like dog shit, and that's fine because when you like, the point is that you need to get it working, right? You need to get it out. That's the most important part. Anyway, I'm done with my game maker motivator rant. Put this over a fucking like Sigma music video. The next pirate software. No, no, no. I am not a nepotism child, and I encourage the whatever the fuck the movement was called. The fuck, what was it called? Stop killing games. That's the one. My 7 years of experience at Diamond. Master's my dad, actually. I don't know if you guys know. So when I worked at Diamond Wire, oh yeah, I need to take like a overly deep voice. So I need to pull up paint. So in my last 7 years of work at Diamond Fire, uh, I need to pull up the MS Paint screen. Anyway, yeah. Make games, make shitty games, make prototypes, get them working. Do it. Exercise yourself, and then become a game maker you're proud of being. It's not even about like making successful games, you know. Like that's not even the goal. It shouldn't be the goal if you want to make good games. You should want to make good games. You should you should want to make games you're proud of yourself, right? That's how uncrackable whitelist code works. What? Yeah, terrible games are really fun to make as well. It's pretty nice. I have tons of okay, look at it, right? I have tons of games in there that will never see the light of day because they're just completely busted, right? This one I have in mind. Where the fuck is it? It's like did I clear it? I didn't fucking clear it, did I? That would be kind of sad. I think I cleared it. Shit. Oh, Hue Hunt. That's the one. Hue Hunt is a game I tried cooking up where the goal was to so you had all of this you know, stuff like that. And basically the goal was that you had a level stuff in the middle, right? Like this, and you have to replicate the die on it, right? So you just like, yeah, like this. You grab the die, okay? You grab the die and you, I don't fucking know. I think you grab a crafting table. I don't know where the fuck it is. Where the fuck is the crafting table? Am I insane? Are there no crafting tables? Oh, is it because they didn't spawn? Right, that's the one. Yeah, they need to spawn like this. Yeah, the reason this isn't released is because this is a fundamentally shitty concept. Because the moment you start to think about it, right, like it works on the first one because you only need to go grab a. Yeah, this is bad. Look, you only need to grab like what, like you grab. This might be light blue actually. All right, you do this, you do this. There you go. Oh, that might not be. Yeah, you do this. Wow, I found a recipe, etc. That's the. So the first one works. And then I guess I don't augment the difficulty. But basically, there's other leather pieces. And they have 2 dice, 3 dice. And do you realize how absolutely undoable it is to guess 3 dice? It's so fucking stupid, right? The 6 dice! What was I thinking? It doesn't make any sense. Right? And like the concept is shitty. But I worked on it and did like all of this fancy shit, right? And like it's for nothing. And that's good. I got practice. This is some of the best practice to for the fucking class system that I showed earlier. Because I think I used the class system here. You're kidding me. I don't even use the fucking class system? Well, this is basically one of the plots that led me to the prototype of the class system, right? I think this is the plot I made right before Vault Versus. So this was like my prototype. I'm going to show you in a second. But basically, you see how these like have functions to define them and shit, right? Basically, what I did on this plot, I think, yeah. So I just define stuff like this directly, and you have like this big dictionary that holds all of the information, like leather's chest plate here points to name the tunic, color count 1, there's one single die, announcement sound, armor equipment there, etc. etc. It's really nice as a system because it's entirely soft coded, and if I need to add another leather piece, I can just do it instantly. I don't need to add it anywhere else. It's just one code block. That's the main concept that led me to make the class system. And the class system is this one. Let me show you. There we go. Basically, that's the class system. Class system is this, right? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 6 code blocks. 8 if you count the functions, right? This one is just a debug message. The way the class system works, this is 2 code blocks. Creates the list of the registry and it saves the keys of the attributes. And on this one, it creates a whole bunch of nested bars, right? But you don't need to worry about what's inside there. You just need to worry about what it does. You know, same as the noise, right? You don't need to know how it works. You just need to know what it ends up producing. Basically, the way I did it, let's look at my item system for this game. Here's how it works. You define a class called item, types, recipe, etc. Like the class is called item, and these are the attributes, right? These are the things I want to define an item. And then in the items function, you know, I do all of this bullshit here. And then all of this bullshit is just to end up calling class object init. Name of the class, item, the ID of the entry, the instance, right? And then the answer to all of the attributes, right? So the way this ends up defining it, for wood, for example, line 15, right? Got resource fuel, wood, you know, it's like description on there, whatever, whatever. And basically, if you do item dot wood, you get all of these, right? So it's no longer defined in a dictionary. It's defined in actual variables, okay? That's the interesting part, because now with this, if you go back on Hue Hunt and you see the way I coded this shit, I can guarantee you. We can probably set variable. Get. Can I do get from dictionary? Get dict value. How many do you think are get value? So much for such a small fucking. Okay, whoa. Well, okay, well that's the. It's because it's on the basic. Okay. Get dict value. So much of get dict value, so much of set dict value, right? It's such fucking bullshit. And there's like not a lot of them here because I end up using lots of strings and numbers, and that means I could just do like %var codes. But still, like, you know, in a bigger type of plot, this would be heinous to deal with. There would be like get dict values everywhere, right? What do you mean for this? But basically, yeah, that's the thing. This flaw, right, that led me to come up with the class system that I used to make Vault Versus, and is the reason why Vault Versus has so few code for the game that it is, right? Like like look at this flaw, right? This is Vault Versus. This is all of Vault Versus. All the items, all the everything. Like, and the lines, like half of the lines are not filled in, right? This is very, very few code for a game like Vault Versus. It's a Bed Wars remake, basically. Yeah, kinda. Uh, I don't think regular code is soft coded. I think we do make a distinction between hard code and modular code because we do mock game makers like Yandere Dev and Pirate Software that do stuff, you know, like equals 1 do this, equals 2 do this, equals 3 do this, etc. You know, if else, if else, if else. We do mock players that we do mock like serious game makers, and the only reason we mock them is because they pretend they're good, right? Like they pretend they're uh, grade A professionals, right? You should never like mock somebody learning code doing this, as long as they learn from it. Anything. Anyway, all this to say that I could code with the class system a Bedwars remake as small as this with like complete features, modifiers, like a whole bunch of bullshit added on top of it, and it's as small as this, right? The only reason I came up with the class system is by making a game that did not work and had no chance to work. Hugh Hunt. Okay? The lesson that you should take away from this is that you should make prototypes because this is how you come up with the good stuff. It's by practicing. It's by making shitty games that will never see the light of day, right? Or they will see the light of day, but that will never like be popular. That's fine. Who cares about that? You're trying to exercise your craft. Keep making them. All I'm saying is, they're not waste of time. But I was wrong in saying that they don't have to see the light of day. You should push for them to see the light of day, right? As much as you want, until you genuinely feel like it's not viable. Let me see, Cacto. Oh my fucking god. Jesus Christ. Alright. What's Sheep Wars about? Oh yeah, but that's just Shadle. That's Shadle by Lucerip. But yeah, see, like this is just like a more accomplished version of the game I tried to make, right? That's the thing. I made a worse version of this game, right? Do I feel like stupid about it? I certainly don't. It helped me come up with the best system I ever made for Diamondfire. The class system. I should put that shit on Codeball at some point. Let me actually see Sheep Wars. Oh, that's your terrain gen. Holy fuck. Well, you did understand it. You just have like a clearing issue, I think, but that's it. Towards method, yeah. It's alright. You'll figure it out. Alright, get to your plot already! Holy! Don't worry. I love mod abusing. There we go, Sheep Wars. Let's see it. Let me turn it down. Oh, it's because you didn't put it on jukebox, that's why. Whatever, I'll just mute it. Right, so it's the thing about, like, you throw sheeps, right? What? Do you just keep accelerating the sheeps? Oh, it's because I have no sound that this feels weird, my bad. Whoa. Okay, but like, I'm not gonna lie. It is the Hypixel game. This works as a concept. Right? This is good. I like that. Did you ever add more sheep? Right. Let me see. Oh, you gotta add all the adjacent ones. Gotta add the poison sheep, the heal sheep, the space warp sheep, shit like that. That, and then you'll make a really great game with that. What blew up? The nuclear bomb sheep. Ooh. Ah, you mean you felt pressure to get it out? I'm gonna tell you, man. You fell for the classic blunder. You fell for the classic blunder of um of like falling to pressure, right? Well, okay, most people are weak to pressure, right? That's not a bad thing. The thing that you need to keep in mind though is that you should just be like the that one fucking Woody meme. Like constantly in your mind, if you think you're going to give in and give your plot like this, just think in your mind like, hold up, let him cook, let him cook, and you let that shit cook. You let that shit simmer. You put in the time and care that you want. You should keep at it, and you should make stuff right. And you should at best avoid, feature creep, as in adding too much useless stuff. But you should take your time to do the things you want to do properly, right? Because the thing that that feels undercooked for me here is that you've got like your whole entire game is based on sheep wars, right? You've only got like two sheeps from it, and then like Vortex sheep and Nuke sheep that are like not even the original colors of like the dyes, and they like you've only got four sheep in sheep wars. That's one of the reasons it feels undercooked, right? And I know like you could very much have done more than that, right? The thing is, you need to cook your games. You need time to let them simmer. Let me see what the pack sounds like. Chat. Are you receiving this? I put on the pack. This shit stopped loading at 75%. My AMC is like, stop! Stop doing it! Oh my god. So apparently my memory overload from FC loading the pack ended up crashing my Wi-Fi driver, which means that I just lost connection on everything and had to reboot the PC. Holy fuck. Bro gave me a virus to download. Damn. No, it's not your fault actually, Nixta, don't worry about it. It's because my PC just fucking sucks. Like for some reason it just fucking like can't handle resource pack sometimes. Like it just once in a while you try to load a resource pack and just it's also why I think it was a good idea not to use a resource pack for for the Northern Reaches remake. Yeah, sure. I'll turn on the monetization, don't worry about it. I'll do it for tomorrow. It's probably going to be the closing the closing part of the stream. It's kind of a new stream for nothing, to be fair, but it is what it is. But yeah, I think I did enough for today in terms of the build system. It's really nice. Had the breaking and consuming materials and shit. I think we did good. Next time, what are we gonna do next time? We'll see. Oh, you know what? I'll do the same gag as couple days ago. I don't know when I did it, but that was funny. I am downloading my thoughts. Don't worry. I'm gonna put them on YouTube. I set up a channel for it. I just need to figure out how to stitch them together efficiently. Because right now they're they're a bit spread apart because of the way I keep crashing at every time. But yeah, hold on. Let me do it. I'm gonna do a proper stream outro after this little cutout. Look at this. Time for a proper stream outro. Well, chat. Same gag as the other time, but it was, you never do a joke once. You have to ruin it by doing it a second time. All right. So we did build breaking and build, collapsing today. I think tomorrow we can either do upgrades or we can do, fuel workstations. Should be pretty fine. I'm proud of the work we did today. I'm proud of the rant talk. Anyway, thanks everybody. What the fuck is that part of the song? Holy shit. Anyway, good night, everybody. Yeah, I'm ending the stream now. It's a bit late. I do need to get to sleep. Don't worry, you have more rants tomorrow. Good night.